So I was scrolling through the comment section of my last video about Youth vs Homer looking for your guys' opinion on the game. As always, there's always kinds of feedbacks, some people hate it, and some actually liked it, and others just had a lot of thoughts about it. But then, one comment really caught my attention. It was from Sniffle Ninja, and it said, "Hey, can you check out my Asyms I just released? I have a short about it and it has 50k visits." I was curious, so I clicked over their channel, and to my surprise, they weren't lying at all. They are really working on a game, and they've been developing it since December 8th last year.
Roblox horror game releases in under 48 hours. It's an extraction ASM where players have to find supplies to reach quota. Survivors can buy abilities and mix them, while killers have unique movesets. If you like Biased, Forsaken, Dodd, or any ASM, you will love this. Link in comments, don't miss release!
Since I didn't have anything else lined up to make a video on, and I'm gonna skip the 1x1 Forsaken rework update for now because a lot of our creators have already covered it and I'm just not feeling it, I decided to look up their game, which is called Rampant Rage.
Down the stairs I go, there we go, not shit!
So what is Rampant Rage? Well, just like the shorts I shown, it's an extraction Asym where multiple stores work together to gather supplies and meet a quota in order to escape, all while being hunted down by one killer. The game set itself in a post-apocalyptic Robloxia where 1x took over and destroys it. So it's up to you to gather supplies in order to survive this apocalyptic madness. It's basically similar to Bias, but instead of stealing things, you are collecting supplies to, well, survive the apocalypse. But instead of survivor having to search for weapons to defend themselves, you customize your abilities instead in this game. These abilities are split into 3 classes. Sentinel, offensive abilities that hinder, stun, or disrupt a killer. Support, abilities focus on helping teammates through buffs and utility. And lastly, survivalist, abilities that help you survive longer or extend chases. You can equip up to 3 abilities and you're not locked into one slot per class. That means you can run 3 offensive abilities or mix things up with something like 2 offensive abilities and 1 survival or support ability. I'll come back to this later though because there's something about the system that I don't really like. Currently, there are 3 killers available in Rampant Rage, and each one is built around a different playstyle. Zombob, a melee-focused M1 heavy killer that relies on constant pressure and close-range combat. He's straightforward, aggressive, and easy to pick up as a starter. And he is your star killer. And despite him looking like a Temu version of Link Pursuer, I'd say he's pretty charming. Bubba, a reference to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, a rage-based killer whose power ramps up the more pressure and momentum he's built. He's designed to reward aggressive plays and snowballing, but requires better timing and awareness to use effectively. And lastly, Spider Teapot, a resource-based killer that revolves around matching abilities and resource properly. This one leans more into strategy and planning rather than pure mechanical skill in my opinion. However, I never got to record playing as Baba or Spider Teapot in actual matches. Like, the only killer footage I got is only as Zombob, and there's actually a specific reason for that, which I will get into later.
Why am I reaching you at the coordinates of the abandoned space station?
As a survivor, or prey as the game calls it, your main objective is to gather supplies and deposit them into the drop box. The gameplay is genuinely adrenaline pumping since everything revolves around meeting that quota. Fail to reach in time and all survivors die, resulting in an instant loss. If only one survivor remains, the extraction helicopter will automatically arrive after 65 seconds. Think of it like Sonic EXE Last Survivor Standing mechanic. Because of this constant pressure, matches feel kind of tense from the start to finish. And personally, I find the survivor side much more fun than playing killer. Okay, come on, Rusty. Okay, nope, get out of here. Is that enough? Oh, come on, is that enough? Oh my god, no! Oh, wait, no! Come on! Oh my god, one more second! We were just 1 second. Speaking of the killer, their goal is straightforward. Eliminate every survivor before enough supplies are there for extraction. Very similar to how it works in Bias. The overall theme of the game leans heavily into classic Roblox, with studs used throughout most of the build. That said, it's not on the level of Grow Garden or Steal a Brainrot where studs are completely overused. It actually looks closer to the old school Roblox stud style you'd see back in the late 2000s. Now, I'm not the Roblox veteran who's been around since 2006, I joined in 2017. And the game I played most back then was Pokemon Red Bronze before it got taken down. Because of that, I'm pretty neutral when it comes to stud-based designs in modern Roblox games. I don't really have anything against it, but it's also not something that automatically impresses me either. That said, the killer design these games are a bit goofy, if I might say. If you showed me Zombob and told me he was from a horror Asym game, I'd probably laugh. He just doesn't sell the horror vibe at all, even in the late 2000s of Roblox era. Sparky Pot, on the other hand, I can somewhat believe that it's from the late 2000s horror game. Spiders already freak some people out, and the concept itself is unexpected enough to work. And then there's Bubba. Yeah, I absolutely believe you told me he came straight out of a horror game in the 2000s. It really does feel like a Roblox game that could have been made in 2006 or in the future of it. I don't know. And I don't mean that in a bad way, by the way. Remember when I said earlier that there was something I didn't like about the ability customization system? The way you unlock abilities is through gacha. Now, to be fair, this system isn't predatory. Abilities only cost 300 ticks, which is the game's currency, and you earn it pretty easily by spawning supplies as the prey or killing prey as the killer. That said, I feel like being able to buy abilities directly without gambling would be a much better option. The one saving grace here is that you can get duplicate abilities, and thank God for that, otherwise this game could end up like chasing, where the gameplay falls apart and sort of are left with almost nothing to defend themselves. Now, let's talk about the hitbox in this game. Why are they like this? I have a pretty good gaming laptop, and every single time I use Zombob's Rage Lock, my game goes from 60 FPS to literally 1 FPS out of nowhere. It becomes laggy, choppy, and borderline almost unplayable. And this also explains something I mentioned earlier, why I only ever get to play as Zombob. Every time I try playing other killers and use their abilities, my recording software just crashes straight up. The thing with the hitbox in this game is that it doesn't disappear, it just goes underground first and then disappears. And I think that's the reason why it was so laggy when I used the Rage Lock ability for Zombob. And same goes to Sparky Pot and Bubba. Every time I use their abilities, my game just lags a lot and just crashes my recording software. And lastly, it's just one map. It's this Rocket Arena map where the drop box is placed between these drawbridges, and if one bridge is being left, there's only like one exit and entryway, so the killer can just easily camp it. Now, there is an anti-camping system where if the killer is camping the drop box, the time that you need to drop your supplies only lasts for 1 second. But still, the killer can just camp this area and just win. So yeah, I really hope this game fixes these things that I don't really like. And it's just my criticism of the game. The game is good. It's just that some things needs to be changed. Overall, Rampant Rage is a surprisingly fun Asym with a lot of potential. It has a clear identity, well-paced and tense survival gameplay, and a charm that really does feel like a classic era Roblox game. And I mean that in a good way. Yes, the game has its issues. The gacha-based ability system could be improved. The hitboxes and performance problems there's fixing, and camping around the drop box can completely ruin matches. But none of these problems feel unsolvable, and that's important. At its core, this is a game that's fun to play, especially with friends, and it's clear the developers actually care about what they're making. With some polish and balance changes, Rampant Rage could easily grow into something genuinely great in Roblox Asym space. And honestly, I'm excited to see where it goes from here. And so, that wraps up today's review, and I'll see you all on the next video. Goodbye!